so happy we alive.
Good evening, and welcome to Louisville Late Night. This evening we're in beautiful San Francisco, California.
Long runway.
People try to replicate it after that with Reddit herd, and you can't do it. I guess that's all. Let's put on our next speaker, who needs no introduction, of course. This is Mr. Jack Herrera, and this is the house that Jack built. And you know, and Jack is back. Jack had a stroke 3 years ago at the Oregon, speaking at a hemp rally in Oregon, and he's made a great recovery for us that he can come back and let us know what is happening. Jack, you tell me where I'm wrong, okay?
Do I or any other people that knows the
Bonito! É viola olhando.
the government of anybody saying 1% to 1% or 30% to 1% THC or no go? Fuck them. I mean, all you have to do is say that the better the pot, the healthier you are. 2 years on life if you smoke pot morning, noon, and night. You get about 3 years if you smoke it and eat it, and maybe eat it in your breakfast cereal. But you don't have to go 0.25% to 1%. It can be anything the groceries manufacturers want it to be, and then it will say it's 3% of THC or 8%, 1%. I don't need him telling me, oh, we will have one have 3% to 1%, and I can get it. I don't believe it's the law. I don't believe it goes higher than THC. It will be, if you have a plant and you get it, it will spread. And it's I think it will be almost it won't be natural anymore. And it will affect the plants all around. And I'm going to give you my friend's Chris from Hempstead. He has done work with this before. He can put it down, and then I will present Eddie left and what we think about 1% to 1% or 1%. Thanks,
Right on.
I'm the moderator here, and I'm enforcing my, I guess this is propriety here to say, Eddie, do you want to speak? And Mr. Boucher is not to speak on the stage.
Why not? Come on.
It's their ego. It's a matter of propriety and sneaking up something on the stage that hasn't been arranged or discussed ahead of time.
Having the freedom of speech.
speaking for Jack. You'd be speaking for Jack.
Yes.
Is that
Because I don't have the vocabulary yet.
Yeah, that's cruel. I mean, it's
Okay. Well, this should have been arranged well in advance, and it was done by surprise on me.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, of course it was. And I'm okay with it. It's all right. But go ahead, Jack. I'll cut it off if this goes too long, so we can get the ideas.
What I've been through there, I'd like to introduce myself as Chris Boucher. I've been in the hemp industry or movement since about 1989. I'll give you a quick overview. I met Captain Ed and Jack in 1989, and they kind of changed my life from that moment on. And I'd been involved in the textile industry. So in about 1990, formed a company called Hempstead. And we were one of the first hemp companies. There was a few others. And by 1991, 92, we had formulated a hemp industry of 5 companies to purchase hemp textiles from China, and we formed a co-op, the original Hemp Industries Association, which it wasn't called that, it was a hemp co-op, so we could purchase our fabric together and keep the price down at $4. Well, by 1994, I think the price went from $3 to $8, or was it $9? Don could probably explain that. But anyways, by 1994, I was very concerned about the world status of industrial hemp and the United States being left behind. So with my expertise, I'm not a doctor or a scientist, I'm more of a business person, and studied hemp quite extensively, so I'd say it's my hobby. So in 1994, I went to the Imperial Valley of California. I went to the USDA Research Center out there, and happened to be where the Timken Ranch, where the first decorticator where Don had discovered was originated. And now there is a USDA research station there. So I went out there with, proposal to grow hemp with some industrial hemp seeds, and within the first 15 minutes, most of the farmers I was pitching for this research project had already grown hemp when they were little kids, because Imperial Valley is where the world record hemp growth was recorded of 18 to 20 foot hemp stalks. So with this in mind, to bring us closer to what we're here for, is that there's a video and a report called the Brawley, California Hemp Research Project, and it just covers our analysis of the project and the seeds we used, and we were very concerned about the seeds and the THC levels and the CBD levels and all of that, which is very important to the government allowing the hemp to be grown. And in our discovery of these industrial hybrids, we found some mutant genes in some of these industrial hemp plants, and I'm not an expert, Don could probably clarify this, but in Canada and Europe, they're using, we don't have a name for them yet, but what they've done is they're mutant.
Guess who's moderating it?
Punk kids think you can get away with anything. This time you're busted.
Oh my god.
Hey Dale, what's the sentence? Felonies handle 6 to 12 months and a $5,000 fine. Ouch. Looks like somebody's gonna have to bend over and grab their ankles. Tough break, kid. Man, I'm telling you the truth. I'm an art student. I'm on scholarship.
The person who's a cop person has to not be dependent on like funding or any other
If
resources.
you do the crime, you gotta be ready to do the time.
There needs to be like someone else entirely.
Listen, Mike, you don't seem like a bad kid, but you did mess up.
And there's like
I don't want to see you
who's
go to
that.
jail, but you gotta be smart. If you take my advice, I'll be able to help you out.
Yeah, I know.
But get back to the station, give you a document, and that'll be a get out of jail free pass. If you sign it, you'll go home tonight. We'll recommend probation to the DA.
He doesn't want to do that.
Believe me, that's your best shot at staying out of jail.
Here we are on Louisville Late Night, and we just dropped by the MAPS table, and we're going to talk to some of the MAPS people. Now, MAPS, that stands for Multidisciplinary Association of Psychedelic Studies, is that right?
Yes, it does. We're a membership-based nonprofit organization. We assist scientists to design, fund, and obtain government approval for studies that establish the medical value of psychedelics, MDMA, and marijuana. And we also, one of our other missions is to educate the public honestly about the risks and benefits of these drugs.
Great.
We've had quite a bit of success in the past few years.